Hello, Geminis. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to stop by and watch this video. This is your general energy reading for March 2018. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate all of your subscriptions, all of your thumbs up and positive comments. Thank you so much for your shares. I'm so grateful to my guides to allow me to do this. And I am so grateful to see how many people are getting helpful information from these readings. So, this is general energy, and it may not feel like it is going to resonate with everybody. But that being said, please check back in a couple weeks. If you don't feel like it resonates today, it may make more sense a few days later. This is a forecast for the month. So, you know, just keep that in mind. However, if you would like a personal reading with me because you enjoy the way I read, you can reach out to me at my website. You can email me from there. Link is below, psychicgenb.com. I am also involved with Instant Go. It's an app available through the Apple Store where you can send just single questions in. Find me, Psychic Gen B, and click on the question mark and send in your question. And I like those questions to be detailed, not like the emails. Don't like those because I'll be talking to you in video, so it's easier to get your instant feedback then that I am connected with your energy. But for just a single question, and if it's about somebody else, definitely tell me their names. Okay, guys. All right, so I will be doing lots of shuffling. So I've pulled your messenger oracle card and I will be reading that information from the book. At the end, I will show you all the cards that I use. Because my life is a little hectic right now, I will be doing your love readings for the month now. And I apologize for not getting them out last month. So we will do the general energy reading for the month. Then at the end, I will do a reading for relationship reading for singles and a relationship reading for those in a relationship. So here we go. Your pre-jumper was see the truth. Do not be deceived. Be watchful and mindful of the illusions others weave around themselves, and that you may weave around yourself. Know the night. Understand the shadows. See through the darkness to the light of the truth. Pay attention to contradictions. Notice that when actions and words are not in harmony. Hone your intuition and insight so you may know the minds and hearts of those around you and yourself. And trust in the wisdom born of the awareness. I'll move the mic back a little bit. Might be a little too close. Don't want it to be muffled. There we go. It's a beautiful card. I love these cards. As a Celtic symbol there. In the highest vibration of love and light, please give me positive insight for Gemini for March 2018. What information is it that Gemini needs to know to help them through the month of March? What guidance can you provide about the events for the month of March for Gemini? Excuse me. So it looks like we have our first card here. What? The 9 cards, the first 6 were reversed. And you guys are getting the card to see the truth. So, yeah, I don't feel like you're seeing things clearly right now. And so March is about identifying that. March is about identifying how you're not necessarily seeing things clearly. Um, Now let's read them as sets. Wow. Yikes, guys. Okay. Yep, being distracted. When you know, just about being distracted, not being on guard when you not need to be in guard, not ready to move when you're ready to move. So I do feel like this energy is coming out of February into this little first half of March, or at least until you see this video. And this video will bring your attention. This message is going to bring your attention to whatever your this situation is for you, where not you're not seeing things the way you're supposed to be seeing them right now. You're not looking at things the way you should be looking at them. Yeah, you're not putting up much of a fight, okay? You're not putting much of a fight at all. And it's this lack of belief in yourself that's got to change. And I feel like it's a quick change here with this. Everyone likes seeing the cards. Sorry. I do feel like this is a quick change for you. It's like all of a sudden you're going to wake up one morning, sit up, and be like, before you even stretch, you're going to be like, holy shit, what am I doing? Why am I being the nice Gemini that I normally am? I need to look out for myself. I need to protect myself. It's time for me to get up and go. It's time for me to change the situation I'm in. It's time for me to reap the benefits for myself. I'm letting all these things happen around me just happen. And it's time to make a stand. It's time to stand up for myself, for what I know I deserve, for what I know is right for me. I just need myself. And March is about having that aha moment. March is about, your ojos mocos and really seeing what's happening around you because you've been distracted and not paying attention for so long. And once this happens, you're, I'm putting down the burden, all right? And looking for that new beginning all at once. I mean, this is a beautiful outcome, all right? Wanting to put down the burden, wanting to see new beginnings, and wanting just to celebrate and have things go your way. I don't know that it could be any more simplified here, any more clear. Okay, I don't really feel like we need any extra cards here, any clarifiers, but I want to know about this distraction. Is this distraction at work? Is it at home? Is it with romance? Is it with your, at home, I say with your bills, with your kids? What is this? What is this distraction that Gemini has been? What have they not been looking at? What have they not been able to see the truth about? Oh, we're not getting any jumpers. All right, since we're not getting any jumpers about the distraction, then I do want to see if there's any advice for moving forward. Once Gemini wakes up and they see that they've been lying to themselves and they see other people have been lying to them, once they start seeing the truth, they're ready to put this down and move forward. What advice do you have about that? What advice do you have? Once you see you're ready to find your balance, your harmony, your mojo gets humming, it appears as though that you have all of the right tools within you. And it is about not fooling yourself any longer here. Okay? And because ruin is just around the corner here. This it's almost like once you finally wake up to this, your instant reaction is going to be, what did I do? What did I get myself into? Don't do that. You have the ability to save yourself. You have the ability to do what you have to do to release yourself from the situation. So don't be afraid, because I fear as though you're going to be a little bit afraid about being in harmony. It's almost like you've been out of sync for so long that you became comfortable with it. It's not almost like that. It is what it is. It's like you've had your rose-colored glasses on, that seeing the world without them is harsh and scary, and you're wanting to put them back on. But the truth is you don't need them. Your eyes are fine. You can handle the truth. You can handle the truth. Yeah, that was a really bad impersonation of that movie. Sorry. Sorry, Jack. Any additional messages? Okay. So you got this. You can handle the truth here. You can look at yourself in the mirror and say, yeah, you know what? I fucked up for a little while. I checked out. But now I know that it's time for me to check back in. I know it's time for me to fight for what's right. I know it's time for me to put down these burdens. I know it's time for me to find my balance and my harmony. And no, it's not going to be easy, but I'm going to do it because I'm going to see clearly now. I'm going to focus clearly now. And I'm going to do what's best for myself, because it's going to be what's best for everyone who's around me, for me to take care of myself. So March sounds like a time of growth for you. A time of leveling up. This eclipse just passed. Double full moon, all of these great events. And it sounds like March really is an opportunity for you to embrace the changes you've gone through. That you're now able to admit to yourself, I can see clearly now. And I will find my inner strength. I can see that I've been living in the clouds. And it's time for me to come back to earth. I'm going to clear those out for you. All right, singles. These are just going to be short and sweet. If you have additional questions, hit me up at Instant Go. That link's below. Oh, singles. All right. Single Geminis in the highest vibration of love and light. Please give me positive insight. What do single Geminis need to know about potential or possible relationships? What do single Geminis need to know about possibly remaining single for the month of March 2018? Maybe we'll even have some new single Geminis. All right. Single Geminis from March 2018. Whoa. I guess you guys have two. Excuse me. Wow. So these are all major arcana and they're heavy hitters. Justice, the Emperor, the Star. Wow. All right, so let's read these. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. I want to say Taurus got that as well. So if you have a Taurus moon or rising, check that out. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And this totally goes with the reading that you just had. You know, this is about brushing yourself off, paying attention to what's been going on, well, how you've been lying to yourself, and move forward. So, these are beautiful cards that won't go in focus. General energy reading. So, the Emperor can swap out for the Empress, but this is, I really feel, because you are in a situation right now where you are deciding to reveal the truth to yourself about yourself as well as about those that are around you, that you're needing to hone in, tap into that more masculine energy right now of the Emperor. You know, once you are, pay attention and realize what it dawns on you that you have been lying to yourself and that you've been being lied to, things are going to play out. There's no way that they cannot. And that's going to happen with relationships too. I feel as though that some of you that are not single will be becoming single here because you're finally seeing this in life, that it's rolling over into your relationship, and that you're going to have to use your masculine energy, tap into the masculine energy, and just allow yourself to move forward and be strong, which is weird because I see feminine energy as being much more stronger. Childbirth, hello. But men do a pretty good job. That masculine energy is pretty good at being like, what the fuck ever. And then this is such a positive outcome for you. And for those of you that won't be becoming newly single, that are already single, I feel like you're right exactly where you're supposed to be. Working on yourself, finding your own yin and yang, and making sure it's rotating in harmony. And if it's not, it's because you've been tapping in a little bit more into the feminine energy versus the masculine energy. And having all these discoveries around you for your personal situations in life will also roll over into your personal relationship life, because let's face it, they aren't all necessarily the same thing. They are different, but it's you. So it all meshes together. You have 5 fingers, but 5 fingers together with your hand makes you be able to grip Right, tie your shoes. If you stop using your first finger and your thumb, it's gonna be a little harder to tie your shoes. So it's about using your complete self, your complete masculine and feminine side, and allowing that balance to come back in. And when it comes back in through everything else, it rolls over into your romance life. Because let's face it, if you don't have your shit together, you should not be getting into a relationship because you will only be attracting someone with the same vibration that doesn't have their shit together. And then that's just a freaking recipe for disaster. Excuse me. Geminis that are in a relationship in the highest vibration of love and light, please give me guidance and insight. What advice do you have about Gemini relation and their relationships from March 2018? What information can you share to assist Geminis with their relationships in March 2018? There we go. Well, okay. We're done shuffling. Gemini's in a relationship. Oops, Gemini's in a relationship. Yeah, we know this situation involves marriage. Sometimes the cards are a bit of a smartass. Okay, so this is interesting. So it's the engagement card, but what it says is your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Which when I looked down at your cards and I saw that you have cups at the beginning and the end, this is about, some of you could very literally just be getting married. I don't see a Gemini getting married when it's cold, but hey, March is usually about spring, so maybe that's why you picked March. Or it used to be anyways. Um, I felt that there was emotion going from both sides, this loving, wonderful, just beginning. And whether you've been married 25 years, relationships, by now, are always regenerating and evolving and ascending to a higher level. But I don't like seeing that Nine of Swords there. Okay. The nine could be speaking about some sort of anguish or pain, but it could also be speaking about asking for help. And when you evolve, let's face it, leveling up is not easy. Going to the next level of enlightenment means going through your shadow, digging up all the pain and heartache and facing it and acknowledging it and then releasing it to the universe. So your relationship, if you are ascending to a higher level here, you're going to have to look at the pain, the heartache, okay? You're going to have to look at that. So it might be time for, some marriage counseling, some, FMT, family marriage therapist. Yeah. It might be time to look for that so that you can speak to them, so your mate can speak to them, and so you guys can speak to them together. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're wanting to improve your relationship and you're fighting for it, then hell fucking yeah, do it. Do it. Allow these wonderful things to happen. Leveling up isn't easy. Ascending into a higher level of commitment is not always easy. For those of you that are just getting married, if you're already feeling this kind of like stress, you need to stop and take a look at it and get it resolved now as your relationship is beginning, instead of sticking it in your shadow and letting it fester for a couple years that causes all out war between you and your partner. Resolve the issue now. Never ever, the old saying, don't go to bed angry. Well, don't go to bed angry, but don't stick it in your shadow so you can say, well, I'm going to bed happy. Go to bed knowing that you're going to work on this together. Speak to your mate. So communication, communication, communication. See if you are ignoring things and stop ignoring them. See if your mate is ignoring things. And you guys need to face this shadow together. Allow your relationship this month to develop and grow by acknowledging what's in the shadow. All right, Gemini, seems like the month of March really is about growth and self-acknowledgement. That's really what it feels like for you guys. And it's not easy all the time, but at the end, it's well worth it. And that's all that matters. All right. So, of course, we use the Tarot of the Renaissance because I love this deck. I also use the Universal Tarot. Both these decks are Los Cabrera. I use the Illusionor Tarot deck for clarification. I'm sure you're all familiar with the Romance Angels. We use the Messenger Oracle. And we use the Shadowscapes. Thank you so much again for watching. Please check out my podcasts, Psychic Divination Hour, Saturday nights on Spreaker through Beyond the Light Network. That's Spreaker, not Speaker. And have a wonderful March. I wish you the best of luck with your shadow fighting.